You look bored, they said. Restore a car, they said. It'll be easy, clean fun, they said. So I bought a car to restore. They lied. Restoration is a dirty, thankless job, and this dirty, thankless job is all mine. So I'm starting to bend things up, and I made marks for my bend lines. Now, the edge of the die is right down there. So what I want to do is I want to line up this line with the very edge of that die. And one of the things I notice right off the bat is that when I go to bend this, these two tabs here are going to be hitting on the upper die. So I need to slot this back even more than I have already. So give me a second and I'll do that. Let's try this again. Dead end to where it's just setting on the line. Let's turn this around this way and open this up this way, because I'm going to have to put some pressure on this. And double check my line again. Looks good there. Let's get this back right there. Get that back right there. And that's it. Can actually bend 18 gauge with this reasonably well. Now, the longest bend that I've done is this one, which is actually a fairly short little tab to try to bend over. And it did a reasonably good job on it. So as far as bending 18 gauge with this, I think I'm pretty happy with it. Now, there is a little bit of wonkiness here, around like that. So I'm going to have to tap this and adjust it a little bit in here. And this side is actually overbent a little bit in here, but I can straighten that up easy enough. Then I got to cut out the hole for the vent here, but that is the bottom. It's the top of the heater vent area, and it's the base for the battery to sit on. So this is, you could think of this as the battery box area. So that's that. Pretty happy with all of it. Here's where we're at. This piece has multiple bends. It needs a bend up here, a bend up here, bends up along here, bend up along here, and then, how does that need to go? Then these bends need to go in the opposite direction onto this side, so to go like that. I might do those bends by hand, because I can do these fairly easily here. That's kind of a small spot to bend. It might just be easiest to put that thing in a vise and go from there. And it looks like, let's see, how do I want to do this? Yeah, these bends will have to go down after this is bent up, because Though this, when it's done, gets put onto here, onto this piece, and these tabs will be bent this way, so it'll go on like this, and it'll have to be bent back around this way and this way, which means these bends have to go the opposite of these bends. Is that right? Yes. So I gotta transfer these bend lines to the other side. So, what's a quick way of transferring bend lines? Let's get this handle out of the way. I will line this up on this side on the top. Close enough. Line this up on the top. Come on, quit that shit. Close enough. So that gave me my bend lines on this side. So let's do this. Squish this down just enough to hold it. Get it. Get my bend line lined up there. Get my bend line lined up there. And that side's done. Told you could bend 18 gauge with it. Let's roll this around the other way. Nope, I gotta push down on the bar with this first. That takes care of that. Now let's see if we can get this one in there. Right about there, looks good. Whoops. Do this one more time, because I want to be able to press down on it. Looks good there. Looks good there. That's not square. Give me a square. I think that's pretty good right there. Overbent it a little bit. Probably have to adjust this a little bit with a hammer to move that back in, but that's pretty darn close. Let's do this again. sure we got it pretty much square. Again, that overbent because it's such a small piece. Now, to be honest with you, I almost wonder if I can't just bend that by coming around here, putting that piece on that edge like that, bending it like that, putting that on there, like that. Bending it like that. Let's take a look over this way. It's pretty close, folks. Really? That's pretty damn close. Needs a little bit of fine tuning, but not a whole lot. I made the mistake of cutting the tips off here, but I can fix that. And these here are way overbent, but I can straighten that out easy enough. Shit, where's there a hammer? Oops. Yeah, I'll have to straighten those out on a... That's close. It's going to take some more work to straighten those up, but that'll straighten out all right. So all I really need to do is get it over here on this. That looks good to me. And let's see, how do I want to do this? Close. Yep. That looks pretty damn good to me. Take a little bit of finessing, but it should fit together okay. And I need to make bends here. Shit, which way do these bends go? Okay. looks like up, up, and up. Yeah, that's probably right, because these probably go in. I think this piece actually goes in upside down. Let's pull out the original. So that piece I was just holding is this piece right here. The flanges come up, this bends down, and then there's another flange that gets bent up there. So, all right. Let's give this a bit of a go here. Oops, I need to loosen that up just a touch. Swing this back to get... Swing this back to get that right on the line. Get that right on the line. Bend that one. Pretty good. This down here. Bend that one. Pretty good. I'm going to have to notch these more. And I'm going to have to notch these to make room for the dies. Because that's got to go in there like that. I probably... No, I don't know. I'm sure that somebody that knows how to run a press brake better than I do will tell me exactly how I should have done this right. At least I hope they will. Because everybody else can learn from my mistakes. That's got to bend down. This has to bend up. So I got to do clearance for there and there. All right. Tell you folks, there's a reason why they say to wear ear protection. Let's get this back. What the heck? That one up. That's good there. That looks good. Still doesn't look far enough back. I got a little nub there I got to take out. Try this again. That's a little better. That's down on that, that's down on that. That's where I want it to bend. That's a battle. I didn't cut it far enough. That's the problem. But we got a 90-degree bend anyways. So the next bend has to be across that way. Yeah, how the hell do I do that? Unless I cut out wide enough in here on each side for the die set, which I think is what I do. So I need to cut 1/2 inch on each side of that. Now let me grab a pair of pliers and pull that piece out. Pull out the little excess tabs. If I've done this right, we should have clearance for the die. Ta-da! Where's my bend line at? We don't need a lot of bend on this. We need about a 45-degree bend. So, and the problem is that it takes clang, clang, clang. What is that sound I hear? Shit, can't see that very well. Where's my little light at? Put some light on the subject. That's right on the line. That's right on the line. That's right on the line. I guess we go for it. Let's see, that's gotta be close. That looks like it may be a little bit closer. Not quite perfect on the line, but what the hell. I don't know if you can see that, but we're missing just a little bit. Ah, damn it. Get around this way a little bit more. So this needs to tighten up the angle just a little bit more. Just to give me just a little more time, our love will surely grow. See how that does? That's probably too much. Looks like too much anyways. Yep, that is too much. But that's all right. We got a cure for too much. little too much. That is fairly close. I think we'll go with that for right now. All right, so going to require some more trimming up to get everything bent around and fit upright, but we're getting there. May have to remake this piece. It's pretty complex. I don't know. Just have to see how it goes. Let's bend up a couple more pieces. This is the passenger side. This is a long bend. There we go. Just down here. Oh, where's my little light at? So this is the passenger side. Yes, this is the passenger side. Don't want to make two of them with the flange going in the same direction. That would not be good. That's good there. That's good there. Get the hell off of that. Now then. Passenger side, right dead on the line. That looks good. Got to cut out the holes, but that's all right. We can do that later. Driver's side. There. That's good. That's good. That looks good. That looks good. It's funny how this all came out of the same steel sheet, but some pieces of it bend harder than the other ones. Bend right on the line. Looks like a good 90-degree bend. Well, it's a little bit overbent, but that's all right. We'll fix that. So that's good. This one we have to watch. This needs to have a bend up like this, and then these need to be bent up like that. So let's bend these up first. Let's get that right there, and that right there. That's a good 90. Let's get that right there. And right there. That's a good 90. Now these actually shouldn't be 90, they should be less than 90, but for our purposes they're going to be 90. And this is not right, but we're doing it this way anyways. Do I have it on the line? I think I have it on the line. Shit. Getting the squoze back off of the line. Trim these back on each side. Nope, I want to go this way. Try this again. That's still not as far as I would like it to be, but it might be far enough to where it grabs it and bends it. Pretty close, folks. Hammer and dolly work. Hammer and dolly work. That's all it is. This is going to have to be worked down lower. One side is or the other, because I think I got the flange crooked, but we'll find out when we try to piece it all together. That's it for now. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, share. If you can, spend the $5 a month to join up on Patreon. The videos come out sooner on Patreon. Pretty soon I'm going to be moving the YouTube videos to be 1 week later than the Patreon videos. Right now they're only 3 days. There's a lot of things that have to happen, so it's kind of a rush to get them up on both platforms within that time, so I'm going to move the YouTube ones out. So if you want to see these things as they come out, join up on Patreon, and like I said, if you can, please spend the $5 a month. Christ, a lot of people spill that much in coffee in a month. To support the channel. All the money that comes in is going to go back into the car for restoration purposes. I don't need it for anything else, but I certainly can use the help on restoring the car. So again, thank you very much. Subscribe, like, share, and please join on Patreon. I really appreciate your support. Thanks a lot, folks. Bye. Okay, folks, that's it for this episode of BugeyeBob. I really appreciate you watching and hope that, like me, you've learned a few things in this episode. Please like, subscribe, and comment on this video and share it with others. You can help support this project by becoming a member at patreon.com/BugeyeBob in the link below. Patreon paid members get early access to the videos, and in the future will enjoy question and answer sessions and live streams. As this channel grows, future Patreon member benefits will include bonus or extended episodes, member names and credits, and the ability to suggest topics for future videos. You can follow this BugeyeBob restoration on YouTube and Facebook at the links below. Once again, thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and supporting this channel. And remember that sometimes the most important job you can do is a dirty, thankless job.